Charlie's friends. I'll read it to you. But just know that nothing is by mistake. Nothing. I will never forget the time I was in Israel with my husband. That was the second time, but the first time with my mother on a pilgrimage.
I believe that we all have angels in our lives, and these are my little angels from Antonio Placement Center in Constanța, Romania.
We're taking away from them without proper documentation, proper paperwork, because they work with different prosecution and child support, whatever agency they have at that time.
Erika has now become the focus of yet another headline, and this one has her walking on eggshells. Her nanny reportedly called CPS on her for child neglect and abandonment. That right there is serious trouble, not something Erika can easily dismiss. With authorities now involved, Erika will have to answer for her actions. And no one is more satisfied than Charlie's parents. They have been trying for some time to remove the children from Erika's home.
Why?
Because Charlie's parents had long suspected that Erika didn't truly have her husband's best interests at heart.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are definitively in the foxhole right now, and we are learning who Charlie Kirk's real allies are and who his real allies were.
They suspected she had ulterior motives for being with him, motives that centered heavily around money. And, truthfully, they weren't mistaken. With Charlie gone and Erika now in the public eye, fans are taking a closer look at her. Her recent interviews have revealed a lot about what matters to her. In one particular interview, she repeatedly emphasized that women are better at managing finances than men, and that it's entirely acceptable for the wife to take charge of a marriage's financial matters.
You are marrying a man that is not capable of completely and totally handling the finances, that you should not marry that man. Finances will break a marriage quicker than anything else, period.
But what if he checks all of the boxes, he just is horrible at money, and you're really good at money?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
It felt as though Erika was positioning herself as the authority, portraying herself as someone confident and skilled with money. She simply couldn't align with the host's viewpoint, and that reveals a lot about her priorities.
I mean, then all of a sudden you're talking about a reversal. I think then you're talking about very confused gender roles. Then are you going to be a stay-at-home dad? Is that basically what that is?
Okay, but then what about the women that are the ones that write the checks and do the bills? And
good luck.
Yeah.
I mean, it can work. I'm sure it has. But I see those marriages careening for divorce quicker than anything else.
If you're still skeptical about Erika being more focused on money than her children, then sit tight. Internet sleuths have been examining the figures recently, and here's what came up. Charlie left Erika an enormous fortune. We're talking millions. That sum probably went directly to Erika and the kids. Yet, instead of using the money for her children, Erika is spending it on her own desires, and it's obvious. She's been appearing at events dressed extravagantly. Where else do you think she's getting the funds for those shopping sprees? And that's only the beginning. Erika appears determined to grow her fortune even further. How so? She was recently named CEO of Turning Point USA. Rather than continuing Charlie's legacy, she's enriching herself by soliciting donations from the general public. Some fans believe she's exploiting her husband's death for personal gain.
It is giving capitalizing off her husband's death, but you know what? The bills aren't going to pay themselves, so now Turning Point is giving you the chance to donate whatever amount you can afford, even monthly. She wants you to help her make Turning Point the biggest thing that the nation has ever seen, so Summer House clearly wasn't going to cut it, y'all. Miss Erika Kirk was on Summer House Season 3, I think episode 5, going on dates and stuff, trying to find love. But it clearly didn't end up working out. She went on a date with Jordan. She said they vibe very well with their religious beliefs, but he just wasn't the one. Now we understand why this show is happening, because, come on now. For those of you who are dying to donate, just go to the Turning Point website and...
That's why people are furious. Given everything Charlie left Erika, she clearly doesn't need to be asking for donations. And she isn't done yet. Erika is reportedly putting her properties up for sale, homes she purchased with Charlie, without any clear reason. It's not as if she needs the money.
Did Erika Kirk already have plans set in motion? They just bought this house in Scottsdale, Arizona about 1.5 years ago. They just sold it about 3 months ago. I wonder why the downsizing, Erika? I mean, it seems kind of weird for a young couple to get their dream home. Speaking of which, it looks like indoctrinating the children pays pretty well. But you pay $4 million for a home to raise your 2 young children and then you sell it under a year later for no reason whatsoever? You know, unless you were looking to downsize. Or maybe needed money. Were the Kirks overextended? And mind you, this is the same woman that came out with a fundraiser that same weekend asking for hundreds of thousands of dollars.
But why should Erika's pursuit of money be concerning? It's because she's so preoccupied with cash that her children are being neglected. This is exactly what the nanny reported to the authorities. Sources say the nanny is genuinely worried about Erika's priorities. From her perspective, if this continues, the children might face serious consequences. And as surprising as it may seem, it's not entirely implausible, since Erika isn't exactly known for her warmth with kids. Yes, she did run an orphanage in Romania.
I believe that we all have angels in our lives, and these are my little angels from Antonio Placement Center in Constanța, Romania. Our goal with the Romanian Angels Project was to show these children the true American heart during the holiday season.
However, the orphanage caused more damage than help. One former resident testified that families were compensated and children were removed from their homes, being relocated to various regions around the world.
They just lied to them, and the kids, they were taken away from them without proper documentation, proper paperwork, because they work with different prosecution and child support, whatever agency they have at that time, and they were paid. So they steal like 86,000 kids from Romania, and they send it to UK, Israel, and I don't know if other countries all over the world.
Honestly, many people believe that anyone capable of tearing families apart like that couldn't possibly treat their own children properly. In fact, some fans think the authorities should intervene based on that alone. This is also why Charlie's parents were worried. To be fair, they had been suspicious from the very beginning, as the way Charlie and Erika came together wasn't exactly a rom-com story. Instead, Charlie's parents felt it was all a setup.
Nothing is a coincidence. Hold on to that thought. Did you know that Charlie Kirk's father, Robert W. Kirk, was actually the architect for Trump Towers? Also, did you know that Erika Lane Kirk won Miss Arizona USA in 2012? Don't forget, Donald Trump ran Miss America from 1996 until 2015. Seeing the correlation here? Now, I'm not saying age difference is a big thing, but did you know Erika was 5 years Charlie Sr.?
If you think fans are overanalyzing the situation, you might want to take a seat. In a recent interview, Erika inadvertently revealed the truth about how she and Charlie first crossed paths.
But just know that nothing is by mistake. Nothing. I will never forget the time I was in Israel with my husband, that was the second time, but the first time with my mother on a pilgrimage. And I was standing in the ticket line. And I remember looking behind me, and in the snake of the ticket line was a guy who looked very familiar. I had no idea who he was. And I told my mom, this guy looks so familiar. And as a typical mother, she said, go and say hi. No. We were late for our flight, and I'm not going to come off like a crazy person that's just weird. That ended up being Charlie. Nothing is by coincidence.
Erika's comment that nothing happens by coincidence was all Charlie's parents and fans needed to hear. But for those who want further proof, internet sleuths have been analyzing old footage of Charlie and Erika, and they observed that Erika doesn't appear truly in love with her husband. Rather, in nearly every clip, it seems like she's acting out a part. And And if that's truly how Erika felt about Charlie, it's easy to see how she might feel about the children. Fans are pushing to remove her from the picture entirely. One person commented, "Yes, Erika is a bad mom and a bad person. Justice for Charlie." Another wrote, "That woman never loved Charlie, only driven by money, power, and fame. She is a modern-day Isabella, the she-wolf of France, a traitor." Given Erika's skewed priorities and her questionable past with Charlie, it's no wonder the nannies sounded the alarm. Unfortunately, this could be the final blow for Erika. Her reputation is deteriorating quickly. The real question now isn't whether Erika will face consequences, but how far this scandal will spiral before the full story finally emerges.